Happy International Day of Cosplay! I know that might not mean a lot to most of you guys, but don't worry, it means a lot to me. Anyways, today I'm making a video that I wanted to make for a while, but I just kept putting it off. I don't even know why, but let's get into it. I am actually filming this on the 27th. Holy shit, that was lightning. Anyways, I am actually filming this on the 27th, and I'm hoping to upload it on the 27th as well, so I've got a lot of work to do today. This is ominous lighting, but it's better than before. Alright, let's start this video. Okay, hello everyone, it is I, Astrom Cosplays, and welcome back to the Astrom Cosplays channel. Today, for International Cosplay Day, I'm going to be discussing how I told each of my friends that I'm a cosplayer. For context, I've been a cosplayer for over 3.5 years, and I only recently told my friends this year. And the first question I always get is, why didn't you tell me sooner? And it's a pretty simple answer. I mean, when I first started cosplaying, it was around 2018, and people were judgmental, to say the least, especially on TikTok, which is where I first got my inspiration to start doing it. Not to mention the fact that back then I was a theater kid, so I was cosplaying for musicals. And also at that time, I was very bad at managing my ADHD, and so I just needed to find an outlet to express my hyperfixations, and that just happened to be cosplaying. Back then, I wasn't actually diagnosed with ADHD, so not many people really understood my hyperfixations and stuff like that. Not to mention, I did not know how to mask. Anyways, now you might be wondering why it took me so long to tell anyone, and why didn't I tell them a year or two in? And honestly, I don't know. I just thought people would think it was weird. But I knew that I could tell my friend group when they started, you know, getting into anime and being more accepting of stuff like that. My friend group is filled with a lot of talented people, so I knew that for me, this was my talent, and so I wanted to share it with them. And that's what we're gonna be talking about today. With that said, let's get into how I told each of them. First off, Mike. I told him first, surprisingly. We were pretty close friends, and I expected him to react well. It was Sunday, March 6th. I was sitting in church, and I just thought that it was time, so when I got home from church, I Snapchatted him saying, "I don't want to freak you out, but I have something to tell you." Now, of course, this freaked him out anyways, and he responded not too long after telling me to tell him. And so I said something along the lines of, "I've been a cosplayer for 3.5 years. And his response was, "You if you're lying, but if you're not, that's cool." Then I told him I wasn't lying, and I showed him some pictures, and he was super supportive and even encouraged me to make a TikTok and a Twitter, and he's been supporting me along the way, and he even accompanied me to my first cosplay convention in April. Next, I actually told two people at the same time, Katarina and Danny. Katarina has been my best friend since 9th grade, and Danny has been a close sort of on and off friend since 6th grade. The day was April 1st, April Fools, and the three of us had gone out on that day because all the rest of our friends were going somewhere else in separate groups. Katarina ended up driving us around, and we got some Starbucks, Tim Hortons, and then we even visited Marshall's to try on some outfits. My mom ended up finding where we were, and then she gave us some money to go to McDonald's. Before we went to McDonald's, we were having these like deep conversations, you know, where you just sort of like open up, you know. We were still in that same mood when we got to McDonald's, and we decided to just tell each other a bunch of secrets. I went second, and I told the both of them that I was a cosplayer. Their reactions were both quite different. Danny was very chill and just nodded and was like, "Oh, nice." But Katarina was legit like, "I knew it, I knew it." Which was pretty funny. After I told them, I tried eating the burger that I ordered, but I was so shaken up that I couldn't eat it. Imagine this is the burger, I was like... After that, I told my other friend, Josette. On April 4th, I sent her an Instagram message. I said, "Can I tell you a secret?" with the shh emoji. She said, yes, spill. And so I took a picture of my cosplay that I was in and sent it to her. It was actually the Kaya cosplay that I'd filmed a video in previously. While it was sending, she got pretty impatient and she was like, "Dude, I'm nervous, hurry up." Like, do you think I can just speed up my Wi-Fi? Come on. I knew that she liked Kaya from Genshin Impact, so I sent her a picture of my Kaya cosplay, and she was shocked, to say the least. She kept saying things like, "Wow, you're so hot," and stuff like that, which was quite flattering. We talked for a bit more and she ended off the conversation by saying, "My bestie is an icon, so proud right now." Next up, I told Leah, or more commonly known in my friend group as Leah. She's been a close friend of mine since grade 8, and I knew Leah would love my cosplays since she's a very big anime fan. It was April 11, and me and Leah were sitting against the wall in our lunchroom at school. All of our friends were in play practice, and I decided that I was going to take a different approach of telling her. She was in the midst of playing all her random, like, Wordle games, like Quirtle, and like the ones where there's like so many words that you have to do. Anyways, so I was just like, "Can I show you something cool?" And she just nonchalantly replied, "Sure." So I pulled up my YouTube channel and let her look. It's safe to say she was in absolute disbelief and ended up yelling in the lunchroom, "You're a cosplayer?" A little too loud, but it was okay. She was super duper supportive and she encouraged me to tell a lot of the rest of my friends. With that confidence boost, the same day, I decided to let my friend Andrew know. Andrew is my shoddy. Or more commonly, a friend of mine since 9th grade. It was once again April 11, but this time we were in our math classroom during our free period at the end of the day. Katarina gave me the good idea of simply emailing him my YouTube channel and telling him to check his email. So that's what I did. Upon his first view of my channel, he promptly voiced his thoughts saying, "Who is this?" Which is a very nice compliment. He didn't have too much of a reaction, but it's okay, I wasn't too offended. We also attempted to all watch my YouTube video together by trying to get all our AirPods connected to his phone, but it didn't work. And with that, I had told everyone in our Instagram group chat, but there were still more people I wanted to tell. Thursday, April 14, I told my friend Kara in the middle of a Boston Pizza at 10 p.m. That night, us and a couple other girls had sung for our school's Easter concert, and we decided to go out to Boston Pizza afterwards to celebrate. We also invited Mike. He was sort of an outcast. I was sitting beside Mike, so I turned to him and I said, "Should I tell Kara?" He already knew what I was talking about, and he was like, do it, do it." Leah, who was sitting across from me, had overheard me and said, "If you don't tell her, I will." But I would never let Leah take the spotlight from me like that. So, while Kara sat there clueless, since she had heard everything, I searched for a picture of a cosplay of mine to show her. I decided to show her Kazutora, and she was very nice about it, saying that my cosplays looked awesome, and then promptly suggested that I cosplay Hisoka. Absolutely not. At this point, I felt quite content with the people that knew, but apparently I should not have. Because on April 18, I checked the profile views on my TikTok account and I saw one of my classmates' usernames. It scared me to death. The next school day, all of my friends were in a badminton tournament, so they left me alone to face this. But that day, the classmate never even said anything to me, so I was just sort of really nervous for absolutely nothing. Or so I thought. Because it was April 21, just a couple days after, some of my classmates came up to me, Mike, Katarina, and Andrew in the hallway and said, "I found your TikToks, your cosplays are amazing." To say the least, I was flabbergasted, but they were so supportive and absolutely amazing. After that, I figured I should tell Haley, a close friend of mine. So on April 29, me, Haley, Katarina, and Josette had went out to get dinner before we performed our play, Law & Order Fairy Tale Unit. Shout out to Haley for being an awesome director. After we got dinner, we were driving back to our school to get ready for the play, and I decided to tell Haley. I pretty much nonchalantly told her I was a cosplayer, and she said, "Makes sense." Huh? After questioning her about that, she pretty much just said, "I knew you liked makeup, so I always kind of assumed you do cosplay." And with that, I told everyone I know. The rest of people just found out, word probably got around. I think everyone in my school knows at this point. I'm very public about it now, so I just wanted to say, like, big shout out to all of my friends for being so supportive of me and my hobbies. I sort of expected people to judge me for this hobby, but all of the people that I told were very nice about it, so thank you guys so much. Thanks for coming to another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like this video, let me know. Subscribe, comment, do the things that you're supposed to do on a YouTube video that you like, and cue the outro.